DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, hope you're well. It is Sunday afternoon, probably around 3 in the afternoon over here. And well, in Europe, or at least this part of Europe, we have changed the clocks. So what is that? It's about 3 weeks later than in North America. Albeit I have heard that at least in Canada, I don't know if there are states that are like that, I can't remember, but in Canada, British Columbia have decided that they are not going to change the clocks anymore. They're going to keep them as they were. And sometimes I kind of wish we did the same, but anyway, they keep telling us that we're going to do it, and then something happens and they say there's other priorities. Usually that something is a war or something like that, that takes the politicians' minds off of the trivial things of life. Let me see if I can sit down here. Probably can. I don't want to have the sun completely in my eyes, but it's okay. Yeah, I guess that's all right. Yeah, so it's been overall, nevertheless, a busy week because, well, let me see. We managed finally to get the car back on Thursday afternoon. Oh, goodness. Was it Thursday afternoon? Yes, it was. Thursday afternoon. That was good. I mean, we were about a month without a car. And you know something? It wasn't that bad, actually. Except for the fact that you just have to, I was going to say, you have to think differently. It's all a question of planning. Spontaneity pretty much goes out the window. Well, depending on where you're going. Because all of a sudden, something that might take 5 minutes takes half an hour or more. If you're going with the public transport system and you have to change bus, maybe once, maybe twice, who knows, depending on the situation. So yeah, there is a bit of planning, but I mean, aside from that, I mean, once you get into that mode, it's not bad at all, actually. I don't know. We were talking about it. I kind of feel that when this car dies in some time, who knows when, maybe we won't buy another one. Maybe I won't have the money to buy another one anyway. So we'll see. The car has not quite 92,000 kilometers. So for those of you who are in miles, that's like not quite 55,000 miles. So it's it's not that bad. I mean, and it's in very good shape as far as the body goes. There's no rust or anything like that. Not at all, actually. Nothing. Having said that, I mean, there's a really, really big difference when you're living in this part of Europe, at least, than when I was living in Canada. Oh my goodness. Our car, well, we had only one car in Canada. It was a Chevy Nova, which probably would have competed with an Emmentaler, or you would say Swiss cheese over there, but an Emmentaler, which is the Swiss cheese with all the holes in it. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. That was because there was just so much. I guess there was just so much salt and everything that it was, and maybe simply the bodies were of a type of alloy or something, or metal, I mean, that were not well treated. I don't know. Frankly, I've never really looked into the fact if there has been big differences in the car bodies over the years. There probably has, but anyway. Yeah, so I was saying it was a big week, because also I had to go to the dental hygienist. That was planned. And by going to the dental hygienist, well, it was interesting. Interesting in the sense is that the lady that that I have, who's leaving where she's working now, she doesn't talk a lot, which in a way, if you're at the dental hygienist, your mouth is kind of busy, but not for talking, you know what I mean? It's kind of like things are in it. And so she's asking, is it hurt, is it this and that? But she doesn't talk that much. So Mrs. DC went one day before me to another dental hygienist. And she was telling me the lady was talking all the time. By the way, have you ever noticed, at least as far as I've ever had in all my life, I've never had a dental hygienist who was a man. I don't know if it's I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. I've never had a man as a dental hygienist. And yet, all my dentists except for one was a woman, but all my dental hygienists except all my dentists except for one were men. Oh well, anyway. Yeah, and Mrs. DC, her dental hygienist was talking all the time, and as she told me, it's kind of hard to have a conversation with somebody when your mouth is, taken up as it is with dental hygiene. But anyway, we got the bills. They got a new billing system. We got the bills 2 days after the intervention, so to say. And I looked at the time, and I would not say that Mrs. DC's teeth were in any worse condition than mine, but her cost was 25 or 30 Swiss francs more than mine. And I looked, and it was the time. So the lady that did my teeth, she didn't talk much, but she just worked, I guess. And she worked quickly. And so there was a big difference for basically exactly the same work. But there's the standard or whatever they're using, and it's a Swiss standard or what. It's like 5-minute bits. Every 5 minutes that's being used is a slot, and you're paying for that. So you're not just paying by the act, you're paying by the time as well. I didn't actually realize that until I was able to compare side by side. Okay, it's just the way it is. I guess it's like many things, if they're paid by the hour instead of being paid by the act, which I guess is more fair to them and less convenient for us. But also, when you're looking into cost-cutting maneuvers, which is what's going on all over the world for healthcare, you kind of wonder. It can go both ways. If they try and cut the cost by working less long, well, will it be as well done? I don't know. And if you're looking at their side of the thing, well, they probably have every advantage that it takes a long time. So I don't know. It's there just doesn't seem to be any way to find an easy healthcare system. But anyway, having said all that, healthcare is good but very expensive in Switzerland, and as most other countries, dental costs are kind of separate from the healthcare system, unless that it's a real medical issue. Oh yeah. So anyway, from as far as I know, dentistry is something that's very expensive all over the world. Dental health. Yeah. So that made us quite busy. And yesterday, well, we didn't have the kids over, the grandkids over, but my second son was over, him and his partner, and so we had some good time with them. Today, church. Yeah, and that was actually quite interesting. It was a missions group that was over, and they were talking a lot about Nepal and helping, I was going to say the lower castes in Nepal because there's a lot of human trafficking going on, and to get the people out of that, which is not an easy thing, not an easy thing at all. But I won't get into it now. I just saw him up to 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop. But that was a very eye-opening, talk and presentation on that. Yeah, I guess that's about all for now. LBDC signing off. Hope you have a good Sunday and a good week. That'll be it. Bye-bye. Take care.